So now it's time to create the individual order base. So I have written the bare minimum structure. So this is mere HTML and Tailwind CSS, nothing else. From the next tutorial, I will create the functionality, and you have to add this file in the app.tsx. You see, we need ID. So through request params, we will receive the ID, and we wanna go to transaction management. I show you in the previous video. So this is the transaction. So if anyone go over here, this is not dynamic yet. We are going to individual page. Transaction. So where is the I icon? I. And whenever anyone clicks order.id, so we are get order.id. I means we have the order. Don't we have the JSON stringify? We have. So we have order.id. I mean this ID. Okay. For every products has individual ID. ID. Okay. So we are going to the ID. So and you have to add it in the app.tsx, this transaction management. Okay, otherwise it will not work. Okay, so transaction management will come from pages admin transaction management. Okay, then your code will work. So this is the bare minimum structure. So if I click over here 05, say 05, disable, so it's working. So from the next tutorial we will create the functionality. Okay, thank you very much. See you soon. Okay, now it's time to create the functionality. Okay, so for the functionality, so what we need const user equal to use selector state node state dot use reducer. Okay, this is user. We will get the user. You can console log and see what the output you are getting. So const params. So this is the useful thing to get the ID. Param use params. Okay, so const init navigate equal to use navigate. Const is loading data is error equal to use order details. Use order details query. It will come from Redux. This is basically our API, and we need params.id. So params.id and init type assertion. So if you wanna see what we are getting in the params, you can console log console.log param params. So let's see. why you are not getting. Maybe our server is not running. Excuse me. So you are getting param.id. So if you write params.id, then you will get the perfect ID. So every time you will click, you get the respective ID. So I am clicking Node.js update. So 24. We are getting 24. So if we click another thing, so we are clicking was D7. We are getting D7. Okay. So by params we are getting that. Okay. So I'm removing the console log. You can console log for development benefits. You have to console log everything for better understanding. Okay. So we need const shipping info. Excuse me. So in the data you will get the necessary structure. All the structure I can show you here. You will get the data. This is structure in the data. Okay. So in the data it has everything. So we are destructuring everything. Shipping info address city state country pin code, and it will come from, otherwise if we don't write it, it will give data dot order, or it will be default data. We need to default data, default data. So we need to write it, or right now I am giving the empty string, or giving nothing. So shipping info does not exist, order type. Okay. Issue, if we give the default data, it will solve. Okay, before that we need order items. We need user name, status, tags, subtotal, total, discount, shipping charges. So we need default value, default data. Okay, or default data. So we need to write it. If you don't understand, let me know, I will make you understand. Okay, so const default data, for type definition we need order. So we should bring the order will come from types. We need two properties. So shipping info address empty. We need city empty. We need state empty. We need country empty. We need pin code empty. Status subtotal subtotal 0 discount 0 shipping charges 0 and tax 0 total 0 order items empty array name id okay we need id underscore id okay this is the default value default data okay so what we need and along with that we need const update order to update the order use update order mutation as it is mutation because we need to mutate the data const delete order equal to use delete mutation so we need update handler async so const race equal to await update order this update order okay and we need some parameters so we need user id user id user id we need order id order id data dot order id so what's wrong with it string undependent type string data dot order id it need type assertion okay so I made you understand type assertion so I will make you understand once again no problem so we need a response and before that we are doing const delete handler. So delete handler async const race await delete handler delete order this delete order and it needs some parameters user id and order id, both are same. So I am copying that and bring it here. So delete handler, it needs another bracket over here. So we need response. If we have, we need to handle it. If we have response and response has that data, what will happen? So now we need to handle the response. Okay. So if data in race and race dot data, then toast dot success. So toast dot success, we wanna give a message over here. Update handler order updated successfully, and we need to navigate where we want to navigate. Dashboard admin transaction. Okay, so we need similar thing over here. Delete it successfully. So we are seeing some errors, but it's not basically the errors. This is unused, that's why it's giving error. So now we need to write this code in the inside the structure. Okay, so hello Shakil, over here we wanna say hello user dot name and admin dashboard. Okay, so we need admin menu, and inside that order item we need order items dot map I will get individual order. Need this one. So these three brackets will be here. Okay, So we will get individual orders. Okay, so in the we need key, otherwise it will give problem. Key equal to I underscore id. Okay, this will be the key. So source will be server slash I dot photo. Okay, server. To bring server from Redux, and it's not id, it's I dot photo, and alter should be I dot name. I dot name. Okay, and here name, it should be I dot name, because in the order items you have to see in the order items the individual order. If you see it, you can understand very clearly. Say I order items dot I mean this data order items dot I means individual order. We have lot of orders, so I means individual order items dot name. Sorry, order items dot name. Okay, and order items dot id. Order items dot id. This id, and what we have used order item dot photo. Order items dot photo. Okay, so what we need, name after name. So we need I dot price into I dot quantity. I dot price I dot quantity. So we need total I dot price I dot quantity. Okay, so basically this is our, let's see whether we are getting the development. I will save the data. So if we go to the individual product, reading name. Okay, so I am completing the codes first and I'm solving the errors. So here we need user info. Okay, and we need user dot name or not applicable. So we need user.name. For address we need address, so we can use it as we destructured. Okay, address, address, city, so I'm copying it so it will be easy for us. City, after city we need status, then we need country, see, country, we need pin code, okay, we need subtotal, okay, we need subtotal, we need shipping charges, shipping charges, we need tax, and what we need discount, discount. If you don't understand, no worries, I will make you understand. Okay, we need total, total, okay, we need a status over here, and we need delete handler, button on click, as it is delete, so we need delete handler, delete handler, so it's giving error, we'll solve it later. Process, in the process we need on click update handler, so here on click is not giving problem, but why this one is creating problem? Is there any typos? Delete handler. So right now everything is all right, I think, but even though it's giving the error, so if I go to the individual product, right now it's not giving any error. Okay, so everything is all right. I'm getting product, I'm getting everything. Now this one transaction, so no problem. Okay, so let's see, we have everything is processing, so let's see processing and process. It's not working, we need to figure out where is the problem. not found. So where it is hitting, header ID, it's getting 2. So it has the problem, I think. So let's try for delete. Order deleted successfully. So no order is there. So deleting is working perfectly. Let's say delete. But update it is not working. Okay. So I am deleting one thing once again. I am deleting the was, as we have two was over here. So delete. Yeah. Now 1. So delete is working, but not update. So it's not getting. It has some errors. So we are solving it. So it's working now. I am showing you. So this is cannot reading property, reading name. So now it's working perfectly. So what we did, we basically what happened wrongfully in the back end, we had no controllers per order, for processing order. Previously it was not there, so I have written it, the process order. Okay. And so you have to write this controller, and along with that you have to, you will get the code, no worries. Even if you don't understand, let me know. You have to write the route. So these things are not previously there, that's why this route was not working properly. And in the front end I had some refactor or changing. Now it's working properly. For update handler, sometimes if it is become null, it does not work properly. That's why I have set up a check over here initially. If we have order and users, then this will run, and then data dot use and else. So you have seen this code before, so I hope this will understand. We just add on check over here. Okay, now everything is working perfectly. So let's go. So these are the transaction. Say this is the processing. So I need to process. So if I process, order process successfully. So processing means it's now shipped. So it's now shipped, and it's not reflecting here is because we are using RTK query. It's caching. So we need to revalidate. In the next tutorial we'll see how to instantly get the update. We need to revalidate. But if I refresh, I will get, it will be shipped. You see, shipped. And if I click once again, it will be delivered, but it's not reflecting here for RTK query. But don't worry, we have the mechanism for that. In the next future tutorial we will make something, the RTK query will work, and we will get instant update. So now it's delivered. Okay, so if I wanna delete this, it's deleted, it's not there, but it's not updating instantly is because for RTK query its data is caching. Now it's gone. Okay, all are delivered. So everything's working perfectly. So if you have something tough to understand, let me know. I have introduced a new check over here as it's giving some error, and we have the data. Along with that, if we don't find the data, it will give us the error. This code you have seen previously. I think this is acquainted code, very familiar code. And uh, last but not least, I have forgotten totally to write these routes and controllers. That's why the route was not working properly. Now I have written the routes and controllers. Now it's working perfectly. You will get the code, and next video I'll give explanation if have some tricky something, I will give you explain. Okay, even if you have understanding problem, you can write the comment. If needed, I will make a video or explanatory video. Okay, so no worries, you will get the code in the GitHub by the lecture name, according to the lecture name, along with the video. So no problem, let me know. Thank you very much. See you soon. We are just lagging behind for one thing. We need to revalidate the caching and we need to manage users. So in the next tutorial we will do that. Okay, thank you very much. See you soon. So in the previous video we have created the individual transaction, so it has no error and everything is doing work properly. So in the previous, this is the explanatory video of the previous code. So here is the trickiest part is two things. We have the default data and another type assertion operator for TypeScript. Otherwise rest of the things are very simple, easily understandable. Even though if you don't understand, let me know, but I am explaining why I have used default values. So I have used default values for several regions. This is the default value. So the default value object is used in this code to provide a fallback to initial state for the other data when it is not available from the API call. This is important to several regions, avoiding undefined values. When the component first renders, the data from the API call might not be available immediately. Using default value ensures that the component has a valid structure to work with, avoiding undefined values and potential runtime errors. So if there is no data, it will go for runtime errors. That's why avoiding undefined values. Consistent data structure. By defining a default structure, you ensure that the component always has a consistent data structure to work with. This is particularly important when restructuring properties from the data object, as a guarantees that the properties exist and have a default value. Improving code readability. Using default value object makes it clear that when shape of the data is expected to be, the improves code readability and maintainability, as other developers of future you can easily understand the structure of the data without needing. So these are the regions. So why we have used the default value, and we use type assertion or operator for TypeScript. We have used it before and explained it. Even though I am explaining, the non-null assertion operator after params id used to inform TypeScript compiler that params id will definitely be defined. This helps to avoid TypeScript errors and ensures that the use order detail query hook receives a valid ID parameter. However, it is important to be certain that params ID will indeed always be defined when using this operator to prevent runtime errors. So other than that, I have not seen any tough or tricky code over here. Rest of the things are very simple. So this is delete, this is update handler. This is basically a API call, nothing else, and handling the errors and data. So everything is simple. I have explained two things, why I have used the default values and type assertion operator, not null operator. So rest of the things are very simple. Even though if you don't understand, let me know. I will happy to make you understand. Thank you very much. In the next tutorial, we'll just create one thing, manage users. Then our course will complete. Then I will create the RTK query revalidation, caching revalidation, so that instantly we will get the update of the delete or update values. And finally, we'll dockerize the code and we will deploy. Okay, so see you in the next tutorial. Thank you. Okay, welcome back. Now it's time to user management. So first of all, we will show the users in a tabular format, and here we will show the total users. We will search by in the backend section. I told you how we do that. Even though I am showing you, we have the pagination, say Sanjida. So this is the pagination. We have search option, and we have status role. We can change the role, we can delete the user, we have the pagination, we have total users, a lot of functionality, and we have serial number 1 2 3 4 5 6. And if we go to the serial does not breaks, it works properly. So we want to accept this functionality. So to accept this functionality, we want to need this code. So first of all, understand the code. So we need data. Data means all user query. Can you remember when we developed the backend, we have established this functionality, and we have the search term when the page renders, and we handle search. It will reset the search. So some tricky parts are over here. I have the explanation for that. You see, these are the tricky part. Excuse me. So pagination is tricky, serial numbers is tricky, and current page, set current page is bit tricky. So I have explanation for the tricky parts, tricky and tough parts. So I think no worries for you. This is pagination is bit tricky. No, this is not. Users. So this here is the pagination. So pagination is bit tricky. I have the explanation for that. And so what is happening? Let's first go for the pagination. So when we go to the pagination, this code is responsible. The lower code, I mean, like the below code. This code is responsible for pagination. So I am explaining this to you. So what is happening here? This creates an array with a length equal to the total number of pages, then maps over it to generate buttons for each page. So it will generate buttons. I mean, when I go to the second page, it will generate buttons depending on the total number of users. So we have 13 users. I mean, first page will 5, second page 10, and rest of the users will be third page. So if we have 20 users, it will create a new button. So depending on that. So this is happening over here. So based on the total page, it will map through. So what is happening? Array data.pagination creates an array with total page numbers of undefined elements. The spread operator converts it into a true array that can be iterated over. So map and index iterate over the array, generating a button for each page. So it's generate a button for each page. I mean, it's create 3 buttons for 3 pages. If we have 4 pages, it will create 4 buttons. As we have only 3 pages, so it's not creating 4, 5, 6 buttons, unnecessary buttons. Okay. So basically this code is doing that. So dash is a placeholder for the current element which is undefined, and index is the current zero based. Okay, I hope that will make sense. It will create the buttons for pagination. And this part is also tricky. Serial number, I mean, it should start from 1 2 3 4 5 6 like that. So this code is responsible for if we come to the main code, this code is responsible for the this line of code is responsible for creating the serial. Okay, so what is happening over here? So I have the huge explanation for you to make you clear. So what is happening here? If we in the first page, what is happening? In the second page, what is happening? So if you understand first page, second page, third page will easy to use. So this is happening over here. So you see the current page. Current page is by default 1. So 1 minus 1. Per page we have the user 5, and index will start from 0 1 2 like that. Okay, so 0 plus 1, that means it will be 1. Okay, mistakenly I have these two things are same. Here it will be 2 because index is 1 here. So 3 is okay. This is 3, this is 4. How it is happening? Current page is 1 minus 1 into 5. 5 means we have 5 data in on page, single page. Okay, 5 data, that's why 5. Index means 3. 0, 1, 2, 3. 3 plus 1. So 3 plus 1, 4. Okay, this is 5. Likewise, this is 6. This is 7. Here current page 2, but index start from in the second page. In the second page, index start from 0. Okay, it will start from 0. 0, 1, 2, 3, like that way. Okay, so I have the explanation, and wrongfully I have this is not perfect. It should be 2. Is because current page minus 1, here it will be 0. It's okay, but index will be 1 instead of 0. 1 plus 1, it will be 2. Okay, and another tricky part is that we have current page in two places. Say this is the current page. So we have current page over here in the use effect, current page when the source term changes, and current page over here. So why we are using it in two places is because it provides an immediate reset in handle search. When we use it in the handle search, it provides an immediate reset as soon as the user types. So this is important to the real-time feedback and responsiveness, useful for immediate interactions, acts as a safeguard that ensures pagination reset whenever search term changes. That change happen outside the handle search, programmatically or through another user action. Handles all cases where search term changes, not just the direct user input. So basically what it's saying it is that, so say I have a user in the last page, say Docker. Okay, I am in the first page, say Docker. It's becoming 1. You see, so this code is responsible for when we search, the page starts with 1. It is ensuring that, okay, this code ensuring that it will start from 1 current page. So I am using current page to place here when handle search and use effect. Okay, so it ensures this functionality. Okay, so rest of the codes are easy. We what we have in the user, you can console log user, and whatever we have in the data, you can console log. Okay, I'm console logging data over here. So if you understand the structure of the code, it will be easy for you to understand. So I am console logging below. So whatever we are getting in the data, sorry, I have done it in the wrong place. It should be here. Let's see the data. Okay, so this is very important to understand what you are getting. You are getting all the users. Okay, so you have the total users 13, total page 3, current page 4, and if you watch the backend tutorial, I have the explanation for this, or how we calculate the total users, total page, current page, previous page, next page. Everything I have the explanation. So this is the ultimate solution. So rest of the things are very easy. You just put the data where it is needed, best fit. So we are taking handle search data from the input field and sending it to the backend to process. That's it. So I hope this will make you understand. Even though if you don't understand, let me know. I'll be happy to make you understand. Okay. You see data dot users and data dot users dot length, data dot users dot map, current page -1. Okay, user dot name, user dot email. We are mapping and getting the individual user ID. This is all about user. This is pagination. So pagination is a bit tricky, but I have explained what is happening over here. Okay. Now this is the placeholder and index. Okay, I hope that will make sense. So in the next tutorial, we will go for coding and have the functionality in place. Thank you very much.